please don't go beyond, like, don't put so much sentences. It should just be very short, like 4 lines maximum, or even 3 lines maximum. Is that noted?
Yes.
Let us put it as short as possible. Your experience, you just mentioned the skills you are bringing on board and what you look out for in the organization you are coming and what you want to contribute. So I want to understand behavioral changes in people and how I can apply data analytics in this and that to understand the behavior of people, patterns of behavioral changes in rural community. You just try to see what you personally you want to do with the skill or the experience that you have. You are a biotechnologist. What do you want to do? Or a food scientist. I am a highly motivated individual with vast experience in food science technology. Specifically, you mentioned the specific details of the skills that you can do. I can do what? Sensory analysis. I can do what? Proximate analysis. You mentioned that. Just mention the specific thing you can do. You can bring on board the things that you can do. Then, what do you look out for the organization that you go? I look forward to engaging and joining an organization or a company where standards are kept, proper hygienes are kept in place to ensure that food safety is at what par, and I just kind of like mention exactly what you want to see in the company that you want to mention. And once that one is done, you now come back to the third section, which is your educational background. And the educational background, please try to bring all details about the educational background. You attended University for Development Studies. Which year to which year, the duration of the course of study? Which year did you start the course? And which year did you end the course? What course did you read? And which certification did you get? Did you get BSc, Social Change Communication, BSc, Computer Science, BSc, Agriculture Technology, or what? Try to be specific. And the location of the university. So you can say BSc, Biotechnology, and Molecular Biology. University, so from what to what? You got BSc, Biotechnology, and Molecular Biology. So that was from 2020 to 2024. Which institution? University for Development Studies. Where is the University for Development Studies located? Tamale, Ghana. So you try to be specific. The certification you got from the institution, the year or the duration of the course, the institution itself that you attended, and where the institution is located. Maybe you did BEd, Bachelor of Education, maybe Basic Education, 2020 to 2024, Tamale College of Education, Tamale, Ghana. You try to show the educational background, bring everything about the university or the college or the polytechnic you attended, or senior high school. You attended Tamale Secondary School or Tamale Senior High School. Which course did you read when you were in Tamale Senior High School? Is it general arts or you did home economics? You highlight the course that you studied in Tamale Secondary School. Which year did you start the course and which year did you end? So try to put that information in the educational background. So it can be what? Chronological. You can arrange it from your latest education, the last educational distance that you attended. So maybe UDS, you had your MPhil from UDS, you have your what? BSc from University of Ghana, you attended SHS where. So you can put the MPhil first, followed by the BSc, and then your senior high school. But now people are saying that for the SS, it is long talks, or I mean, you are just putting more meat to it. I mean, they are not even employing you, because when you look at the job description, they may tell you that they are hiring someone with what, an HND, someone with diploma, or someone with what, minimum of what, a bachelor's degree, or minimum of what, MPhil or MA or MSc. So if that is it, people are saying that okay, the basic, put your first degree. If it is an HND, diploma, or what, a bachelor's degree, put that one there. Don't try to bring the SS certification that you got. That one, since you are not being hired because of that. And also, we mentioned that the space, it shouldn't exceed more pages. So you want to also utilize the pages efficiently. So please don't try to put all the educational background. Some even go on to put in their primary school. I went to Zogbali DA Primary School. It is not relevant for the job that you are seeking for. Try to make it brief. You might have 2 degrees. You did what? Public administration, BA public administration. And you also have what? BSc procurement and supply. Now, if you're applying for a job that is about supply and procurement, and then you have a certificate in maybe biotechnology and molecular biology, you might choose to kind of like shadow the biotechnology, because the job you're applying for is supply chain. So put the relevant academic qualification. Don't just go just because you have a certificate at Harvard, you have this degree at what, you have this at what. You are bringing everything. Try to bring the one that is what, relevant to your course or the particular job posting that is available. Don't bring everything. Is that okay?
Okay, yes, well understood.
Okay. The house, is that well understood?
Yes.
Yeah. So still on that, there are some people who put that educational background, and then they will go again to give a subheading, certifications. So maybe certifications and awards. Maybe you had a certificate apart from the course of study. Maybe you did biotechnology and you are applying for a what? A course in communication. You didn't do anything in the university that kind of merit the job you are applying for. But you know that you did an online course on what? Communication and facilitation. Then under the certificates, you can write, I did what? Communication and facilitation 2023. Which institution awarded that certificate? It was awarded by what? Oxford University or whatever. Or you did that webinar and then you were certified with that. Cybersecurity. You didn't do any computer related course, but you have gone to study cybersecurity on your own and you have certificates. So you try to put the certificate there. Maybe that will be the only one that will justify that you deserve this job. But your first degree doesn't justify it. So is it well noted?
Yes.
So let's take it from here. Sometimes I advise people, please, whenever there is job opportunity, and even if you don't have the degree in that course and you think you have this relevant skills, and with, I mean, there are sometimes you don't even have the certificate, but the experience is there. So the experience can be something that will kind of like help you to even get the job. So please don't say I did communication. And so there's a job that is about what? We need an ICT assistant. So I won't apply. But you are very good in ICT. Use your experience and your skills and attach to the certificate and let them know that you have a certificate, a degree in this, but you can do the work. So please Don't limit yourself. When you see opportunities that are open, try to also apply. Look where your niche is, where the loophole is, and then you try to feature in there. Are we together?
Yes.
Thank you. So after the educational background, we also try to put the most important aspect, that is the work experience. Like I said earlier, you might be hired not because of your certificates. You might be hired for the job not because of your certificate, but because of your what? Experience and your past work. Maybe you don't have a degree, you don't have a what in that, but you have done this work and you have done that work, and recommendations show that you can actually do the work. Employers are not just looking for certificates, they are looking to maximize productivity. So when you go outside the university, it's not just about your certificate, it is about what you can do. So when it comes to the work and experience, that is the most important aspect of your CV. And so please let us take that place very serious. Before writing the CV, ask yourself, what can I do? What have I done before? Do I have any work related experience? Because whenever we see the job advertisement, they always say, oh, we need someone with 3 years experience in this. Or they say we need someone with 2 years, 5 years experience. And you have just graduated from the university. But when you were in the university, maybe you were the GIMSA president. And GIMSA president has a lot of tasks to do. GIMSA president kind of like oversees the administrative duties of the association. So you have done duties with regard to what? Administrative work. You have supervised people. You have done that. And you see any executive board that comes, they also want to execute a project so that when they leave, their names will be written in the association's history that this was done by this year group. So you also know how to supervise projects and what? Implement them and manage the project. So you have your degree in what? BSc and BSc communication and what. But the job opportunity says they need someone with what? Development background, project development, project management. And you know that you have done that. You were the Wukong of SRC, and you were able to what? Initiate and organize Miss Amaraba. You're able to do resource mobilization. So maybe they need someone who can do proper resource mobilization. And as Wukong, you went around MTN, Vodafone, all of them asking for sponsorship. You were able to get the sponsorship. You mobilized resources. You brought people together, organized a huge program with even budgeting that was like that expand beyond 10,000 cities. So it's huge experience. Don't leave it behind. So under the work experience, if you have any related experience with regard to the job you are applying for, maybe we need a what? A technician, a food technician in the food lab, a food technician in the food lab. And you remember that as a fresh graduate, I don't have that experience. But when I was in UDS, I went to Sari and I did internship at their soybean innovation lab, or maybe at UDS, their food lab. I did an internship there. And the internship, I was supporting the what? The food technician to run the what? Proximate analysis and all of that. That is experience you can put to match that job. Maybe Brother Ismail is doing biotechnology, but they have open space for communication specialist or maybe communication officer in an organization. And he knew that he had ever been a PRO of GIMSA before, where he was constantly facilitating and moderating GIMSA programs. It is communication skills you gather from there. You are always giving memos, communicate, handling social media pages of GIMSA, and all of that. That gives you some experience in terms of communication. So you can be a communication officer. You can tell them, I have BSc biotechnology, but during my days in University for Development Studies, I was the public relations officer in UDS, GIMSA, NYC from this duration, 2019 to 2020. In that, some of the roles was that constantly giving what? Communicate and memos through what? Social media platforms. I was managing the GIMSA social media platforms for them. I was in charge of what? Moderating sessions, seminars, symposia, whatever. That gives you that kind of public relations skills. So you note it. It's an experience. And that alone can even help you to get that job. So please, when it comes to the experience, let us reflect a lot when we are applying for job. It is not just the certificate, it is not just the degree. You might not have the degree, but you have an experience that is worthy of the job that you are applying. Please make sure to put it. So, how do you put the experience? When I was in UDS, um, I was GIMSA PRO, right? So I would say that they want a communication person, but I did biotechnology. So I can say I was what? Public Relations Officer, Ghana Muslim Students Association, University for Development Studies, Yankpala chapter, 2018 to 2019. I was a GIMSA PRO. What were the duties and the roles? Then I mentioned, as I mentioned earlier on, these were the roles as PRO of GIMSA. Then you mentioned it should relate to the work that you are applying for, the job that you are applying for. If it is about what? Maybe I've been in the sciences and the communication. Maybe it is about engineering. You have no degree in engineering. You did ICT in UDS, but all your life you were at industrial area, magazine, auto mechanic. That is experience. Sometimes we think that the experience is just the white collar job. No, your father is a what? Is a mechanic, and you were helping your father since childhood. You can fix a car, you can fix a motorbike. That is experience. Write it down. You're an auto mechanic, you can do this, you can do this, you can do that. So if you take me as an engineer, I can do this and I can do that. How long have you been working? I've been working with my father from what? 2005 to date. So try to put it. So in the experience, let us put the particular role you did. Maybe I was the women's commissioner. Then the duration from when to when, from 2018 to 2019. Which association or organization were you serving? I was the Wukong for what? GIMSA UDS-NYC chapter. You put it, then you put some of the roles down. So please, you will look at yourself, assess yourself, and put as many as possible with regard to the job that you're applying. Don't just go and put they are requesting for a what? A field officer. You see, sometimes they are looking for field officers, and you as UDS students, you have been to TTFPP. At TTFPP, you did survey of the community, you took data, population census of the community, you administered questionnaires, you did SWOT analysis and all of that. That gives you full experience. So even though you have what? Your degree in mechanical or agri-engineering or agribusiness, you're a 6-week what? Intensive community outreach program. And in the second year, that is where you even develop proposals for community intervention. So maybe an NGO has opened a job opening. You can use your TTFPP to qualify you for that. If only you did your TTFPP well and you can defend it, you can juxtapose and defend that. Yes, when I went to the TTFPP, I actually learned data analysis. I can analyze data. I can do this. I can take data. I can develop questionnaires. I can write reports. I can do community interventions. You are going to get the job. So please, if you don't have experience, from today, take note of your TTFPP. You can always put it as an experience that you gathered at some point of your life. So please never neglect the TTFPP and the attachment you go to do at the end of the the third trimester. If you go to an organization to do attachments, it is an industrial attachment. It gives you an experience in the field. So you try to put the experience also as part of the CV. Then you come to skills. Yeah, the skills can be what? The hard or the core skills and then the soft skills. Maybe I did biotechnology and molecular biology. So I'll tell them that I am good in terms of what? Polymer. Don't just say you did biotechnology. And the biotechnology has different facets, skills, and aspect of the field. I know how to do it. Polymerase chain reaction. And even with the polymerase chain reaction, tell them, is it what? Agarose gel or with page? Is it page that you are using or agarose gel? Tell them, I'm an experienced person. I know how to do what? Polymerase chain reaction with the what? Agarose gel or page. Tell them PCR. I'm good at PCR, polymerase chain reaction. With what version? Is it what? Conventional PCR? Is it reverse transcriptase? And you can also tell them this is the protocol I'm used to. I can use what? CTAP protocol in that. I can do DNA extraction. That is what? Your skill. Also tell them maybe you are good in what? SQL, programming. So program, don't just tell I'm a good programmer. What programming language can you program? Is it HTML? Is it C++? Is it Python? Tell them exactly the skill. Are we together? Don't generalize it. Are we together?
Yes, we are
Yes.
together.
Don't generalize your skill. If it's programming, let them know. If it's cybersecurity, what aspect of cybersecurity are you in? Let them know and let them understand exactly what you can do. If it's programming, if it is networking, which type of networking are you talking of? Local area network, wide area? How? Database management. Tell them exactly what you can do. Data analysis. I'm very good in data analysis. Is it qualitative data analysis that you are good in or quantitative? You have to let them know specifically what skill can you do in terms of data. Is it the research design that you know how to design the research? There are people who know their work is just to design the research for you. Then the methodology, they will teach you how you should do it, but they can't go to full to collect data. Or you are good in data collection or data analysis, and you tell them the data analysis, what tool are you good at? Is it IBM SPSS? Is it Stata that you can use? Is it a GenStat you can use? Is it Excel? Please, you have to just specifically give them the core skill that you can do. And that is the what? The core skills or the hard skills. But we have the what? The soft skills too. The soft skill, maybe good interpersonal relationship. I'm a what? A team player. Because if you are hired, you are coming to work in a team. You are not going to work in isolation. If you are put in a team, definitely your lifestyles might be different. Maybe someone is having some particular too known. So as a professional, how do you deal with that too known person? Said that you will not cause mayhem in the organization. You'll be able to manage everyone. Someone is what? Quick tempered. Someone is a slow learner. Someone is what? Are you a good team player? Do you have good interpersonal skills? And that. So you mention your soft skills. I'm an active listener. You know, employers are also looking for someone who can actively listen. Do you listen? Because a leader should be able to listen actively. So you have to tell them those are the soft skills as against the core skills or the hard skills that I've mentioned. Then, if it is in the academia, you have to say the publications that you have, or if it is media, maybe you want to go to BBC. If it's BBC, you want to go to CNN. You are a media communicationist. So that is why I've always advised UDS-NYC students try to be writing articles and publish. So you share the link to your publication. I wrote on an article on what? Political riots in Ghana. You wrote an article. The article is published on Ghana Web, or you publish it on your own personal Facebook page. You copy the link, put the title of the word, the article that you wrote. If you publish it, it was a video documentary, you put it, list them, list the works that you have done. I've wrote an article on what? Women empowerment. I wrote an article on this. But if it is academia, so you are a research, maybe you did a research, understanding what? The dynamics of what? Food poisoning. What? You are understanding what? Causes of what? Political vigilantism in northern Ghana. So you try to say, I published this paper, this is the title of the paper. Which journal was it published? Is it a peer-reviewed paper? Is it what? So you try to list the publication. And please, the publications, that one is not applicable in all CVs. Publications is in academia and research. So if you're applying to SARI or UDS, TPOLY, that one you put your publication, because as a lecturer or senior research assistant, when they want to apply you to employ you, they want to see that you are a good researcher. So you need to put that. But if it is also media, you also put that as a media person. You need to have what? A portfolio of your works to show that you did this story and that story. So if it is media related, please, you need to put your stories there. If they say content creator, you need to let them see links to your contents that you have created. But a general industrial CV, you will not put the publications and the research. Then, professional memberships. Professional memberships. That one is also optional. You can put it or not. Okay, I have my degree in what? Mechanical engineering. But aside the degree in mechanical engineering, I'm also a what? A member of the what? Ghana Institution of Engineering. Usually, they are professional certificates. You go and write the what? Before they will now start to call you the title engineer. You go and write that exam, the professional license exams. So you are a teacher. You wrote the licensure exams. So that professional certificate or allied health professionals. Usually when the allied health, School of Allied Health, UDS, when they graduate, they still go and write that kind of exams. The medical people, when they still go and write it. You are what? So you need to prove that. If you have a professional what certificate, you can list the professional certificate. Then your professional membership. Maybe you are a member of the what? Ghana Institution of Horticulturists. You are a member of the what? Ghana Association of what? Animal Scientists. A member of the what? Biotechnology what? Convention of Ghana. So you can list them. And those ones are just what? Optional. You can put it or not. It doesn't spoil the meat. When you realize that your experience is too much, maybe you can reduce these ones because they are not that necessary. It's the experience and the education background that matters and your skills. So these ones is optional. They are not compulsory to put them. Then references, which is the final one. Because now I forgot to mention that your hobbies and the other things too, it is not encouraged and it is not like it's when you don't have anything on your CV that you'll be putting your hobbies and what inside. The hobbies doesn't matter too much, like reading, traveling. But if you are putting a hobby, try to put a hobby that aligns with the work that you are doing. You just go and put some nonsense hobby that doesn't relate to the work you are doing. Try to put in a hobby that matches with the work you are doing. But the hobbies are optional. You can put it or not. Then the referencing. The references now they say that you write available upon request. Available upon request. It's not everyone who wants you to put a reference. If the company asks you, if they shortlist you and they ask you that we want reference, then you provide them the reference. But earlier, what we used to know is that at the end of the CV, you just put your reference, maybe 3 people or list 2 people. Okay, Mr. Amadou Zuliadain. What? The general manager, Ghana Chamber of Mines. You put the person's email, professional email. So if the person is a lecturer, like your lecturer, you want to use your lecturer as what? A reference. For the organization to take you serious, don't use the lecturer's personal email. Use the lecturer's work email, because your references, they tell you don't use your personal relationships. Don't go and write your brother as your what? Your reference person. Even when you are putting your brother as your referee, please don't declare it. Don't let them know you have personal relationship with your brother. Your referees are supposed to be professional mentors, people who know you professionally. Maybe the lecturer taught you. Maybe you work at Sari as an intern or Avnash and your supervisor. So those are the people because they work with you. It's not about your brother. No. Referees are people you work with and they have professional relationship with you. So you put lists 2, then maximum 3. And also based on the job you're applying, they can tell you these are the number of references you should put. But these days, we don't just go and put referencing. You can just put available upon request. And if they need referencing, they will request and then you give them the references. So basically, that is it. And all
Mm.
that we have said, please try to have your master CV. So the master CV should have everything, all your educational backgrounds, all schools you have ever attended, you put it, all certificates you have, you put it, all the work and skills you have, you put it, everything. So that when they announce a job for communication officer, you look through that CV and pick the skills and the experiences that matches with communication officer and you write a different CV with that skills. If they announce for what? Field supervisor, then you put some of your what? Your experiences and work and educational background that aligns with what? Field officer, and then use that one and apply. If they are looking for what? A social media manager, you look through the master CV and select the best experiences and use it and write specifically for that. Always tailor your CV for the job that you are applying. And when you do that, please try to rename your CV to have your name, maybe curriculum vitae for communication specialist. So immediately they see the naming, they will know that this guy has modified his or her CV suitable for that job. But you go and just name the CV, CV1, CV updated, CV what? Please, this is from that. Try to rename the CV to have the headline of the job you're applying for and your name included. Is that okay? So I think I've been doing much of the talking. I'll pause. If anyone has a question, they will ask, and then we will take it from there.
Okay. Okay. So you can raise your hand and then you'll be called upon to ask your question. Okay. Brother Al Hassan Isa. Brother Al Hassan Isa. Please unmute yourself and proceed with your question. Brother Al Hassan Isa. Unmute yourself and proceed with your question. The floor is yours.
Naam. Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. The floor is yours. We can hear you. Increase your
Please,
voice more.
my okay, please, like whatever my brother is saying, can they forward this maybe on the WhatsApp platform so that I think it can help some maybe.
Brother Hassan, we can barely hear you. Please, can you kindly increase your voice for us?
Now, please, I'm saying, yeah, I'm saying that what our brother is teaching us, can they forward it onto the WhatsApp platforms that in case we need it, we can just use it as reference.
Please, can anyone hear him?
Yeah, I think I can hear him.
Okay.
He's asking whether I can share the material onto the platform.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is possible. Please, can you now see my screen?
Yes, it's now appearing.
Okay.
Yes.